What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Degen Alpha. I am your host, Taco. I hope you're having a wonderful Taco Tuesday. Yes, it is my day to shine. I am super low in my camera view. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. What is up, Nicole? She is back from vacation. Glad to have you back in the States, and I hope you had a wonderful trip. Then we got Michael Killo, and then Tommy Martin, Sawtooth Hiker, Krypton Boy, and Big Tip Shark. What is up, guys? Pleasure to have you on the stream today. Smash that like button. Let's get some more people in here that don't know what being a Degen is in crypto. You know, you got to be able to navigate the blockchains, the meme coins with confidence, and that's what this channel is all about. Let's jump right into it. Not with that, but with this. The Degen Alpha Show X account. We are live Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, this is your guide to confident blockchain navigation. And of course, the wildest degenerate crypto picks, handpicked by me, crypto_taco01, the one and only. So give me a follow if you don't mind. And then of course, join our Telegram channel. I gave it a makeover this past weekend. Let's see if I can bring it up. All right, here we are. We have the general chat. We have Taco Trading. I put this in yesterday. I took a long on the recent Bitcoin bounce off of around 52K. We got up to around 56, 57. So we'll check out that Bitcoin trade. I actually closed it in profit, so I can't really show you. And there it is. What was this? When was this? When did I post this? Let's see. About 5:51 p.m. last night. We were about 1.54% away from where I expected Bitcoin to go, and it might have already done that. So we got the airdrop channel as well. The Get Grass, if you were farming that, you can check your eligibility. And then I've also posted this one. This one is for the Linea LXP airdrop. If you want to check that one out, it seems pretty simple and straightforward. And then, of course, we got the referral channel, leverage trade with no KYC on CoinW. You can use my link there. You could use TradingView. Get $15 for free if you sign up with my link. And then, of course, Market Cipher, my favorite indicators. You can use my link as well. Or don't. I don't really mind. And then, of course, Degen Taco meme coin. I made a meme coin, guys. It's called D-Taco, a.k.a. Degen Taco. So if you click on this link, it'll bring you right to my meme coin. I think we're doing pretty good. We had a few sells, nothing crazy. We only have about 6 holders. Nothing crazy, guys, but I do want to get out of this bonding curve eventually, but it's going to be a slow, methodical process, and I'm all right with that. We are doing good. One big green candle. Can't complain there. Market cap is just under 7,000 ADA. So, again, once we get out of the bonding curve, I own 21% of the token supply. I'm the dev right there. So I do not have any plans on selling it. I actually have plans on giving it away. But we first got to get out of the bonding curve. Yeah, get it? Don't. It's a meme coin for the channel. Degen Alpha, a.k.a. D-Taco. All right, let's get right into it with the crypto markets. Let's see what's going on. Let's refresh the page. All right, we are sitting at exactly 2 trillion market cap. We are slightly up about 1%. 24-hour volume is up 10.84%, sitting at 66.18 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 56%. ETH dominance at 14%. And if you want to send your friend some Ethereum, it'll be 6.49 Gwei, or about, I'm going to say like 44 cents. Let's double check that. Let's see if I'm accurate. All right, 27 cents. I doubled it, but that's all right. 27 cents if you want to send your friend some Ethereum. All right, let's go back. Let's see. Bitcoin is sitting at $56,791, up 1% on the day. Ethereum at $2,334, slightly up on the day. Tether at 99 cents, not too bad. BNB 514. Solana having a pretty good day, up 2.59%, sitting $134. USDC 99 cents. We're going to go into a little story on Tether and USDC. Tether is growing while USDC is falling. Could that be due to, I don't know, the United States of America and our government? We'll look into it. XRP at 53 cents. Dogecoin 10 cents. Krypton boy, Crypto Billy, what is up, dude? Don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Krypton Boy. Thank you. Toncoin having a great week, up 9.11%, 5% today, sitting at $5.38. All right, let's look at the top movers. We have Artificial Superintelligence Alliance having a great week, up about 14% and about 9.55% today. Bitcoin SV, no one cares about that. Mantra having a pretty good week, 6.24% and 8.53% today. Phantom having a great week, up 22.45%. Bill Brower, what up, Degen? Love your streams, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I put Optimism on the thumbnail because it was having a great week, and I like Optimism. Up 17.88% over the last 7 days, up 8% today, and 1.15% over the last hour. All right, let's see what else we got. Caspa, we charted that out yesterday, and we should have probably entered into a position because it's up pretty good today, 4.76%. But real quick, let's go to the Caspa chart, and we can kind of go over what we went over yesterday. All right, so I did draw this like support line, goes back all the way until June 2023. I mean, it cuts into the candles around September and in October, but it touches very slightly back here in May, touched here in August, and we could have gotten a bounce here, and it looks like we are confirming it. We got that green dot on the daily yesterday. It printed. Was this exactly yesterday? No, 2 days ago. So the green dot printed 2 days ago. If you longed off of that green dot, you would be up about 11.71%. Not bad. I think this is going to continue to the upside, though. Let me get rid of some of these marks on my screen. So real quick, we got money flow dipping into the red, but if you zoom in on it, it looks like it wants to curl right back up and cross to the green, cross the zero line and head back up to the green. That is a really good sign. That means that it barely was in the red, money leaving the asset versus USDT. We have a 24 bull versus a -5 bear. So the bulls are this can go as high as 28 and as low as -5. So as far as the bulls versus the bears go, this is very bullish for the bulls. Very close to that top number you can get at 28, and it's at 24. So that's really good to see. The strength behind the bulls on the daily is very strong. We have RSIs together, and they are very dramatically going to the upside. What did Bitcoin do? We'll check that out. We'll check that out right after Caspa. So we have the RSIs together and heading to the upside, and it actually flipped green. That's really good to see. We have the VWAP dramatically heading to the upside as well. So everything on the daily pointed for this thing to go up. Let's zoom in and see if the move will continue. All right, so around the 4 hour here, it looks like money flow could be entering into the green as well on the 4 hour time frames. But what we don't want to see is for it to just do what it did back in August 29th, between August 29th and August 31st. It got into the green, but very slightly. And that was on the chart right here. And it got rejected. It got rejected off of the money flow. And you also got the momentum waves printing red dots on the momentum waves right here. So that pushed us down about, let's see what this move was. This was a 16% move to the downside. But this actually is looking a lot like Bitcoin in the sense that that's what I kind of formed the title around today. Bitcoin hasn't done this in 6 months. So let's go to Bitcoin. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so we're on Bitcoin. We are on the 4 hour. Let's just go to the daily. All right, so we have been in this descending channel for about 6 months. 194 days. I did the math. 194 divided by 30. So about 6.5 months, we have been in this descending channel. And if you look here, all right, so we formed a low, a lower low, a lower low. But then we got a higher low. That is what Bitcoin has not done in 6 months. It has not formed a higher low. So that is very good to see. That is very good. And look at that. I mean, I didn't move this support zone, this support line, and it bounced right off of it. So looking at then the indicators here, we got the green dot that printed yesterday, and it confirmed. We have money flow in the green, and it looks to be going to the upside. We have the VWAP that passed the zero line and is heading to the upside. RSIs are heading to the upside, and they're pretty close together. They're very slightly gapped. Did I just pelvic thrust? A little bit. All right, so I'm believing that this could definitely get up to the moving average, the 200-day moving average, which is sitting right now at $59,319. And if it blasts past the moving average, I could see this getting up to the top of the the top of the channel, at the resistance zone that it's touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And on the bottom here, you could say it touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. I'm still thinking that it's showing a little bit of weakness over the last 4 hours. We got that red dot on the momentum wave down here, and it did print. This was the candle right before it printed. So over the next 4 hours, this could be retreating a little bit. We can also zoom in and see. All right, so we also got kind of like a head and shoulders on money flow. You kind of say that's a head and shoulders, heading to the downside. You can also do the head and shoulders and patterns on the momentum waves down here. Whoops. So we did cross over to the green September 7th. So we've been in the green on money flow since this point, and we're up about 5% since then. Yeah, that was about five days ago. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, just in time to dump on rate cuts news. In other words, could you check liquidation maps? Bill Brower. I have never really looked into liquidation maps, so let me actually do some research on that before I just pretend like I know what I'm looking at. I have seen them on other streamers' platforms before, but let me look into the liquidation maps a little better. Maybe I'll talk to my friend Joshua Jake from Discover Crypto. He's all about them liquidation maps. They show them on Discover Crypto almost daily. All right, so Bitcoin, I could see it continue to the upside, and we're going to hope that the 4 hour here kind of nullifies itself, and we kind of maybe do something like this. That'd be nice. Totally fair. Yeah, I don't want to show you guys something I'm not like 100% positive on how I'm supposed to read it. But liquidation levels are usually, what do you call them? The market makers on these leverage exchanges like to use those liquidation levels to get liquidity, to grab the liquidity. So you can almost use it as like a magnet to the upside or to the downside, depending on what asset you're looking at. All right, so I did see this. This was from Valkenberg. It's his opening statement today about DeFi. So it's about 5 minutes. You guys have the attention span for that. I think this is very important.
Ranking Member Lynch, Chair McHenry, members of the subcommittee, thank you for this opportunity to testify at today's hearing. So in the 1940s, there were 350,000 telephone switchboard operators in the United States. Privacy-conscious Americans worried that operators might still be listening to their calls after connection, and their fears were not unfounded. In the 1928 Supreme Court decision Olmstead v. U.S., wiretapping was deemed not to violate the Fourth Amendment. This allowed police to listen into calls and conversations.
So as soon as phones became popular, law enforcement legally was able to wiretap you. Okay.
Without any proof of reasonable suspicion or judicial oversight, and to use that evidence against those Americans in court. By the end of the 20th century, two significant changes had occurred. In 1967, the court overturned Olmstead in the landmark decision Katz v. U.S., and by the 1980s, computers and automation had largely replaced human telephone operators. By the end of the 20th century, those changes had occurred. Today, there are around 600,000 licensed stockbrokers in the US, fewer brokers per person than telephone operators in the 1940s. Like the operators of the past, financial middlemen can and do learn the intimate details of our lives. But in the 1976 decision Miller versus US, the Supreme Court ruled that Americans have no reasonable expectation of privacy in the financial records they keep with third parties. Fortunately, now in the 21st century, two things are changing once again. First, many financial transactions no longer require a human intermediary.
That's what I love about crypto. I don't have to go to a bank, or I don't have to use a bank app to interact with money. I could use my MetaMask.
Yes, wiretapping was deemed not to violate the Fourth Amendment. This allowed police to listen into calls and conversations without any proof of reasonable suspicion or
Did I just like rewind a little bit?
had occurred. Today, there are around 600,000 licensed stockbrokers in the US, fewer brokers per person than telephone operators in the 1940s. Like the operators of the past, financial middlemen can and do learn the intimate details of our lives. But in the 1976 decision Miller versus US, the Supreme Court ruled that Americans have no reasonable expectation of privacy in the financial records they keep with third parties. Fortunately, now in the 21st century,
Okay, this is where I paused and started again. My bad.
two things are changing once again. First, many financial transactions no longer require a human intermediary, a concept known as DeFi. Second,
Oh my God, I did it again. I was about to say, we love DeFi on this channel. We'll go into some of our DeFi positions. They're actually looking pretty good today.
in the 21st century, two things are changing once again, a concept known as DeFi. Second, the court is poised to overrule Miller and vindicate privacy rights just as it did with Olmstead. There's a pattern here that's hopefully clear. Initially, we have privacy in our day-to-day affairs, but we have to do things in person, a cash transaction or a face-to-face conversation. Then technologies emerge that scale human action across vast distances, but we lose our privacy in the process, a telephone call, a bank wire. Finally, technologies improve, restoring privacy without sacrificing scale, and the law catches up to protect citizens' expectations of privacy. We get encrypted messaging, we get Bitcoin transactions.
Encrypted messaging. Did you guys know that on Telegram, you can set a private conversation that's encrypted from your device to someone else's device? And like you guys, like you two on those devices are the only ones that are able to interact with that conversation. If I encrypt a conversation with my buddy on his phone, he won't be able to see it on his Telegram app on his computer. So I don't know if you guys knew about that feature. My boy Morel let me know about that one. That's pretty cool.
Actions. In the past, American dynamism and constitutional law drove these changes. But it's not inevitable that America will always lead this revolution. If we don't allow Americans to use and develop peer-to-peer financial systems, those tools will be used and developed overseas.
And they already are. A lot of the DeFi websites I interact with, I need to use a VPN for.
Insisting on re-intermediating and surveilling peer-to-peer financial transactions would make the US as non-competitive as a country still relying on human switchboard operators for telephone calls. Nonetheless,
You guys remember when we got the blue screen of death across like the entire globe from, what was it? CrowdStrike, I believe was the company. I believe the only like airline that didn't go down was a, what was it? Like a Spirit Airlines. It was one of those airlines that they're using Windows, I think 3 from like the 1990s. They just haven't updated their Windows operating system that the whole entire airline uses in 30 years.
Unless the IRS is drafting rules that would force unhosted wallet software developers to go into the business of monitoring the users of their software.
He's talking about like a MetaMask.
Reintermediation. The Department of Justice is prosecuting mere software publishers as unlicensed money transmitters.
And this is what the CEO of Telegram was talking about. Nobody's going to want to build these services if they're going to be held accountable for criminals using them. It's just going to CrowdStrike. It's just going to like deter anybody in the United States, let alone other jurisdictions around the world that are limiting free speech or the right to just create apps that people want to use.
The Office of Foreign Asset Control, OFAC, has banned Americans from using certain DeFi software tools, even for entirely domestic and legitimate purposes. The Securities Exchange Commission is using enforcement actions to fit cryptocurrency activities into...
Yeah, KJAM says it was CrowdStrike, and guess what? China and Russia was not even affected. Yeah, that's probably because they're using a better service, more up to date.
To traditional regulatory frameworks that require intermediaries. These agencies pursue these regressive strategies without clear congressional direction. The IRS is contradicting the plain language of the Infrastructure Act. The Southern District of New York is offering unjustified interpretations of the Bank Secrecy Act. The SEC is stretching its jurisdiction through overzealous enforcement and an unconstitutional rulemaking. Congress has a pivotal role to play in preserving American dynamism. Some members have already begun to push back. The Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, the Keep Your Coins Act, and FIT 21 would clarify the legal landscape and leave room for innovation. My organization, Coin Center, is also dedicated to preserving American dynamism. We are here to educate members of Congress and the executive branch about these technologies, advocate for reasonable regulation, and preserve constitutional rights, as we are doing through two challenges to regulatory overreach that we've brought in the courts.
All right, so we got to do it on our side that's willing to fight for our right to use DeFi here in the States. Love it. So let me just, I guess, go into some of the DeFi positions that we have entered into on this channel and what my VPN allowed us to do, I guess you could say. So I'm not actually sure. I think Aerodrome might be available in the United States. I haven't actually had an issue with it, but I do use a VPN just always, regularly. All right, so this is one of our DeFi positions on Aerodrome on Base. I do have a few data points on Base. It's performing very well, and Aerodrome is at the top of the tier list when it comes to DEXs and just liquidity providing and anything to do on Base. Aerodrome is smashing it out of the park. KJAM said it was 3 lines of code that caused that. The code wrote to the kernel of the operating system in Windows systems, not all editions, but the ones that the most companies used of that Windows version. C90, FTW, Taco, Drew's trying to find a new time for the basement, looking at 12:30. Got to remind him that's when you go live, brother. Yes, we had a conversation yesterday. He's having a little bit of life changes for the better, And I'm a, what do you call it? I'm laid back. I don't mind. I'm going to push my show to 1:30. So Kelly is going to go, BitLab Academy is going to go into Blockchain Basement, and then Blockchain Basement will lead into Degen Alpha. I'm fine with it. Don't mind. But all right, back to our DeFi position. So we're in the volatile automated market maker for USDC and Arrow. So we provided about $600. At the time, it was about $610. So $610 of USDC and the equivalent of Arrow. So after you provide the liquidity, you get liquidity pool tokens. So then you take your liquidity pool tokens and you stake them. You stake your liquidity pool tokens, so you get the emission reward APR, which is 63.54%. This position has been open for about 1.5 to 2 weeks, and we've already generated 72.86 Arrow. or for about $40. And this was off of about a $1,200 position. So I'm loving it. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. So yeah, this is a great liquidity pool that I joined. If you want to do the same or find another pool that suits your risk tolerance, I'm all right with the risk of this liquidity pool because it's USDC, so it's a stable coin, and Arrow is their native token for Aerodrome. So I would say the risk here is in the volatility behind Arrow. There's really no risk I can find. We're just providing liquidity to the pair because it's just you're just getting the trading fees, which you can see behind my fat head. Trading fees, barely anything, but what we want is the emissions. So that's why we staked our liquidity pool tokens. And oh, was I blocking it again? Yeah, $40. About $40.10 we've generated so far. So that's a base DeFi position. We also have one in Solana. So this is on Camino. And you can see in the top right-hand corner, I'm generating points being in this position. And that's due to they have seasons. We're in, I believe, season 3 right now. So on my personal computer, I've gotten season 1 airdrop for the Camino token, season 2 airdrop for the Camino token. And when you get your Camino token, after you've been in this position throughout the season, then you claim and it auto stakes it. So that means that you can come over to a page like this dashboard, the governance and staking platform. And if you are staking your Camino, you get a boost on your position and you get a boost on points and you get to vote on proposals that come into the Camino platform. You also get a daily boost multiplier. So it's great. So it's an awesome little DeFi site that I think Camino is great. So anyway, this is our position. Let's go to portfolio. All right, so I have one position open. Before I was in this position, I was in a borrow lend pool for PYUSD. I'm jumping all around. My bad, guys. But I joined into the PYUSD. I supplied or lended out my PYUSD because at the time, it was about 18% you were getting for just supplying your PYUSD, PayPal stablecoin. It has since gone down because people have supplied a shit ton of PYUSD. So obviously with more going in, APY goes down. But anyway, we took our position out of that. I think we got like $10 for it being in there for like a month or two. We found another position. Let me go to actually the portfolio. So we are in the PYUSD Judo Soul pool. So you can see on the rewards tab, I have PYUSD liquidity that I'm providing, and I can claim right now $2.74. You can go to your position overview, and then you can click this arrow right here to get a complete overview. So unfortunately, my position's down 36.95%, which I'm okay with because it is now tracking the price of Solana. So since I put it in, the price dropped, but I'm fine with that. This position I'm going to keep open for a few months so I can get the incentives of the APY that they're providing. When I first got into this position, the boosted APY was about 30. So it has gone down a little bit. You can even click on this to see what the APY is. 7-day fee is 17.79%, and the PYUSD reward is 5.14%. The Judo reward was, I think, around 10%, but it looks like all the rewards have already been given out. All right. So yeah, this position I'm going to keep open for a while. It's trading between the pair PYUSD and Judo Soul, and it kind of keeps it changes, the range changes depending on the demand, the supply and demand for the stablecoin or this version of Solana. So yeah, that's another one. And then this one is one of the most lucrative ones I've been in. So we're on Curve here. This is on Ethereum mainnet. So in order to find the pool that we're in, you go to pool, wait for it to load. All right, refresh the page maybe. All right, there we go. So this one, I mean, obviously you can see there's a bunch of different pools. You have USD pools, you have Bitcoin pools, ETH pools, Curve USD, different stables. So we're gonna go to Zune for Zunami and the wrapped ETH pool. So there it is right there. So what you have to do is you have to approve the transactions. You have to approve the tokens to be spent. So what you could do is you can supply either just wrapped ETH, just Zune tokens, or you can click this, and if you have both of them in your wallet, it will add a balanced position for both those tokens. And then after this, you approve the token. That's one transaction, and then you deposit, and then you get your liquidity pool tokens. So then from there, you can go over to claim, or you can go over to Convex, and you go to stake. And then you go to stake your Curve liquidity pool tokens. So you can type in Zune here. I already am in this position, so that's why it shows the pool right there. So you click on it, wrapped ETH Zune pool, and you're on the deposit tab. So again, it's one transaction to approve the liquidity pool tokens to be spent, and then you deposit and you stake those liquidity pool tokens. Make sure you're on Convex, and then you make sure you're on Curve up here. And then you go over to claim. And you can see your position grow. So right now we're getting 243.93%. And this changes. It can go up and it can go down. But it's been very, very stable at above 200, even above 240%. You're even getting a VE curve boost of 1.96%. This also changes. I've seen it as high as I think 2.1. And this is actually the lowest I've seen it in a while. But it's still essentially 2x. And the projected here, you can see it's 303.9. So we are earning Curve, Convex, and Zune tokens. You can claim these at any time you want. You can see your total deposit at the top. You can see your liquidity pool balance right there. And you can see your total claimable amount. So when you hit claim all, your MetaMask will obviously pop up, or whatever Web3 wallet you're using. Right now, gas is semi-high. So it's about $4.79. If you wait for gas to be around 1, which it is most of the time at night, Eastern Standard Time. So in about 5 to 8 hours, this will probably be around 1. So that's when I like to claim my rewards, so I get the maximum value. Because we're on ETH mainnet, it's not a set, or it's not like a crazy low transaction fee like Solana or the L2s. Ethereum mainnet is literally the main net. So transaction prices fluctuate due to network activity. And of course, we went to this right in the beginning of the stream, but this is one of my favorite spots to kind of chill out and see what's happening on the Ethereum mainnet. If you scroll down just a little bit, you can see the top 50 gas guzzlers. So these are the top 50 smart contract protocols that are utilizing the Ethereum network. You can see right now Uniswap is number 1. Obviously, a lot of people are swapping tokens on Uniswap. And then Tether is number 2. A lot of people are swapping in and out of Tether. Banana Gun Router is a sniper bot, is a bot. So you can set up a Banana Gun bot and you can snipe tokens. That's what that is. I believe Maestro is also a bot. You got Uniswap V2. You have a contract address right here. So you can even click into these and see what it could potentially be. So this is an Ether Vista deployer. So maybe this is a meme coin that was launched on Ether Vista. If you guys are unfamiliar with Ether Vista, it kind of became super popular about a week and a half ago. It's a different type of token deployer. So we can click into it, and I believe it tells us what it does. We'll use MetaMask. We're gonna reject that transaction because we don't want to spend $5 on gas. All right, so we're now connecting to Ether Vista. So let's see. We have swaps, so you can swap tokens. Launcher. So you can launch your token right there. Damn, this is like Windows 98 looks like. So if you want to learn more about Ether Vista, I would go to their X page and kind of read over some of their tweets. But that's a great way to find the best or the most used smart contracts on Ethereum. It's right here on etherscan.io/gas tracker. I mean, it shows you a lot of information, what different swaps will cost you, NFT sales, bridging, borrowing, and you can even like highlight over one of these little boxes and it shows you what the average gas price was during that time of day. So it's a pretty useful website just for anything to do with Ethereum. And usually most of the top tier blockchains have their own scanner. Like Bitcoin has their own scanner, Cardano has their own scanner, Solana has their own scanner, all the L2s have their own scanner. So the better the scanner is, like the more information it shows you that an actual human can read. Some of these scanners, like the ton scanner, I'll see if I can show you guys this. All right, so if we go to my history and we click on one of my most recent swaps, we can go to the Explorer to see the nonsense of what the Ton Explorer is showing me. All right, so this isn't too bad. We're on StoneFi Dex, and I'm interacting with my wallet, which is, let me see what the wallet address is. All right, so it's UQAF. So it's StoneFi Dex interacting with my wallet, and then this seems to be the call contract to call for the swap to happen. And you got to pay StoneFi to do the swap, obviously. So that was 0.05 ton. And then ToneFi also called the swap okay ref. So it okayed the swap. That's not too bad. But then you scroll down a little bit, show details, and holy shit, what is all this information? Tells me the goddamn code of the transaction. It was funny the other day. I copy and pasted this whole thing and I put it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was actually able to go line by line and tell me exactly what all this meant. Not that is needed. That was not what a normal person does. Maybe what a Degen does, like myself. So, yeah, not all blockchain scanners are this bad. We were just on Etherscan, and Etherscan is pretty good. So, like, copy and paste my address and see everything I've done in the past. Shows me everything in my wallet. So right now I have 0.16 ETH. Tells me the value. It tells me all the tokens that are also in my wallet. I got wrapped Ethereum. This wrapped Ethereum is actually from the Convex and Tsunami position. I like to keep track of what I actually am claiming, so I'm taking profits in wrapped ETH instead of just plain old Ethereum. And there it is. Where is it? There, no. There it is right there, my wrapped Ethereum. Trump-Kamala debate is on at 7 p.m. tonight. Not sure what time zone in the U.S., but I guess it's all airing on Disney+. Oh, okay. Disney getting political now. I saw this in the chat. What will Trump say during the debate? So there's an 82% chance he's going to say abortion, 74% chance he's going to say border czar, 62% chance. This should be like 99%. He's going to say fake news. Drill Baby Drills at 32%. Comrade Kamala at 47%. Elon Musk. Do you think he'll mention Elon Musk as his Doge? What was it? Department of. I bet we can find it. Let's see. There it is. Department of Government Efficiency. That's based as fuck. He tweeted this from his personal account. All right, so we were on. Nope, that's not what we were on. Where's my tabs? There's Polymarket. So if you want to bet on what is going to be said during the debate, there's Trump's words. Is he going to say tampon? 24% chance. What are some of these good ones? Okay, Bitcoin and crypto. Do you think he'll mention Bitcoin or crypto? 18% of the people say yes. You know, obviously you can bet no, so you can take the latter and 83 cents to bet on no, that he's not going to say it. So let's go back and see what else. All right, Trump and Harris shake hands at first debate. 28% chance that they shake hands. Let me go to my chat. What do you guys think? All right, let's see what else. Who will speak more at the debate? There's a 34% chance that Kamala is going to speak more at the debate tonight. What will Kamala say? All right, so an 87% chance abortion, convicted felon, 57%, a liar, 37%, Project 2025. That's almost certain. You know what's funny? I was watching an interview with Donald Trump, and he's saying he legit has never even read Project 2025 because he doesn't want to know about it because he has nothing to do with it. He has gone and said, like, yeah, I've like skimmed like the bullet points and some of them are good, some of them are bad. But the fact that I see YouTube ads from Kamala Harris essentially just lying, saying like, Donald Trump is going to implement Project 2025 and this is what is going to happen. Like, it's a complete lie, but like, that's the type of world we're in where like, there could be political ads that are just complete blatant lies. And if you didn't see that interview with Donald Trump, you don't know that it's a lie. You're just at the whim of your TV provider, whatever you're watching, and the ads that they show you. So Donald Trump is talking, blah, 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 and then Kamala Harris is, I'm speaking. That's 22%. Border. Okay, so if she says the border 5 or more times, that's a 68% chance. Inflation. So this is also pretty funny. She has been the vice president for the last 4 years, and now she wants to reduce inflation. I mean, she could have just like nudged Joe Biden's shoulder and been like, yo, we need to get inflation down. Obviously, it doesn't work that easily. So DEI is 7%, Democracy 82, Weird 21, JD Vance 33. Her saying crypto or Bitcoin is 14%. AI 36, The Wall 58, Not Going Back, Unrealized, and McDonald's. You have to critically think for yourself. You'll be ahead of the curve. 100% Truck Dano. You got to think for yourself. You can't just be a mindless zombie. Wait, you want to know what's crazy? That really has nothing to do with crypto, but this is like internet lore. Nikado Avocado. You guys know about this guy? All right, so he's a mukbanger who essentially, this is what he looked like on the left about 2 years ago. And he went through a dramatic weight loss journey where he lost like 250 pounds. Look at this, has 35 million views, 3 days old. So he essentially set up his YouTube and his YouTube pages to post content of him mukbanging in his like fat form, while in the background he was losing weight. And he kind of finally came out and revealed what he's been up to in this very like luminous, like he's the villain in this story, and like he is putting out this content for the ants to consume and essentially get brainwashed. So, I mean, yeah, if you want a little bit of internet lore, I would check out Nikado Avocado. I honestly never watched any of his content. I'm not one of those people who wants to watch other people eat massive amounts of food. But hey, there's people out there that want that. I'm just not one of them. But this story was insane, and congrats to him for losing this much weight. And his explanation was it was the greatest social experiment of his life. All right, back to crypto. All right, let's see what I got for you guys. All right, why is USDC supply decreasing? So we can attribute that to this guy's message in the fact that crypto in the United States is not just black and white. It's like a rainbow. Nobody knows what the colors are. Everything is all the Wild West still. All right, so USDC's total supply dropped from 55 billion to 35 billion. Yet USDT supply has increased from 84 billion to 120 billion. What's behind the shift? Major structural changes are happening, and it's weird that this isn't discussed more on X. I'm still in the legacy crypto X. I'm not in the complete utter chaos of like all of the influencers, shillers. So I'm more in like the actual, I guess, the behind the scenes of crypto. Thank you, Ignis, for this post. I'm going to give him a follow, actually, if I'm not already. Boom. All right, so possible explanation was offered by Nick Carter a year ago. U.S. policymakers has successfully pushed investors out of onshore regulated stables into offshore unregulated stables. If this is still true, a pro-crypto government in the U.S. would be extremely bullish. So here's his post from 2023, since January 1st, 2023. He's talking about literally the same thing, just in the past. USDT supply is up while USDC supply is down. All right, let's go back to his post. All right, random thought. I believe that the old crypto Twitter would have closely covered and discussed stablecoin movements like this and other structural changes in the market, but current crypto Twitter feels distracted discussing random and less relevant topics. So I just wanted to give you this to something to think about. Do you think this will shift if we have a pro-crypto government in the United States that actually is utilizing USDC instead of USDT, which is more of like a world broader market stablecoin? That pan of hot Cheeto noodles gets me every time. Don't sell ETH. All right, let's keep it going though. This one's for you, Truck Dano. Where is ETH going? Bitcoin dominance, SUI dominance, global liquidity, BNB dominance, and Solana dominance are all going up and to the right. And where the fuck is ETH going? Come on, ETH. I still believe in ETH. And so does this guy. ETH is a diversified index of many things that Ethereum enables. Store of value and money, DeFi payments, layer 2 rollups, privacy, gaming, NFTs, decentralized social media, and literally everything else. Ethereum is an infinite garden with ETH at the center as its world tree. Although maybe dominance for Ethereum is going down, I don't think we have to worry too much about Ethereum. I love Ethereum. It's what started me in this crypto journey. Fortunately, whales are dumping Solana. This whale sold 20,000 Solana again 12 hours ago. Since January 1st, this whale has sold a total of 715,000 Solana, or 102 million, and still has 1.84 million Solana, where 246 million he has staked. Holy shit. So this guy is like a super uber whale. Could be an institution. It could just be just a very, very rich individual. So that's something to look at. This is Waz commenting on this. The fun thing about non-EVM chains is that you have addresses selling 350 million nonstop, but since no wallets are tagged, you have no idea who it is. Meanwhile, if Vitalik moves to Ethereum, I would say even if he moves half in Ethereum, you would have 50 Doom posts saying devs selling, it's over. Here and he quote tweeted the 20,000 Solana sale. So is that a problem with Solana or a feature or a bug? Let me know what you guys think. If you can read, I mean, we have Arkham. We have Arkham that's all over EVM chains. Arkham Intel. De-anonymizing the blockchain. So they go into all of the moves from the ETFs, the Bitcoin ETFs, just random moves in general. SpaceX launched 4 astronauts to attempt the world's first private spacewalk. But did you know that SpaceX isn't just bullish on space? They were also bullish on Bitcoin with almost 500 million in holdings. So they are tracking the Bitcoin holdings of SpaceX. So they actually have the label that like this address is SpaceX, but that's not the case with Solana and Solscan. I guess they don't have, they do have Solana name service, Bonfida. I think they actually renamed to Solana Bonfida. I think they renamed to Solana Name Service. Yeah, they did. Whoops. So just like Ethereum has Ethereum name service, Solana has Solana name service. Let's see the all-time chart. Ugh. I mean, I guess like, why does the token even matter? As long as the SNS works, why do we need a token? I know ENS, if you were like an early user for ENS, they give you an airdrop, which was worth thousands and thousands of dollars. But even so, I mean, the price of ENS is nowhere near what it was, $70 back in 2021. Did have a nice move from about $8 up to $27. What is that, like a 3x, 4x? But yeah, these are more bullish in my opinion on the what they do, not essentially why they even have a token. So if you want to get like a Solana name service, so like let's say I want to send crypto to my friend. If he has a Solana name service, then I could just send it to that SNS. I don't have to send it to his Solana address. So like this address, I don't have to send it to, I'll put it right here in the search bar just so you can see it. Whoops. Haven't been there in a while. All right. So this is my public address. Instead of sending it to that public address and having to copy and paste it and making sure that every letter and number is correct, get your domain now. We could just get an SNS name. So let's see if Degen Taco is taken. All right, so they have Degen Race, Degen Zach, Degen Dow, Degen Racer, but they don't have Degen Taco. What about Crypto Taco? They have Crypto Burrito, but domain is taken. So I'm not going to buy this, but I just wanted to show you guys this. Like if I wanted to buy it, I just hook up my Phantom. Let's see how much it actually is. Oh, this is $20. $20. And you now can own this SNS. And if you want to receive crypto, just send it to cryptoburrito.sol instead of, again, this long public address. It's a useful service, especially now that Ethereum and you have Arkham over here. Where's Arkham? Arkham over here, who is categorizing all of these accounts, all these wallets on the Ethereum network. Here they are tracking BlackRock. Only one ETF bought ETH yesterday. It was BlackRock. 4.5 million liquidated on Aave. ETH whale 0xE63 just blew up for 4.5 million ETH. So they're tracking big moves from big whales and also institutional investors and ETFs. I really want a name service until I found out it's a subscription I want so bad. Yeah, that's the Solana is way better because there's no renewal fee. All right, so that's a good point, Cliff Smith and Indie Halo. When you're on ENS, you essentially have to pay for the service monthly, or not monthly, yearly or bi-yearly. You can set it. Let's just go to it and I'll show you guys. Why not? We have the ability to do so. All right, ENS. Welcome to the new internet launch app. All right, let's just search for Degen Alpha Taco. All right, it is available. So here you can see like it's a subscription or a registry. I can get it for 1 year for 0.0039 ETH. 2 years, it doubles. 3 years, 4 years, 5, 6, 7. I bet you can get this forever if you want, but you're just going to have to pay more money. Damn telemarketers. So that's the unfortunate part of ENS. I mean, you just have to pay for it to own it longer, but you have to renew it. They do give you like a very nice grace period. So hopefully you set this up in a way where it lets you know if your ENS is about to run out. You do have, I believe, up to a year to renew it. So that's good, because if you have one back in like 2017, 2018, even into the 2021s and 2022s, some ENS names, like 3-digit ENS names, were going for crazy amounts of Ethereum. Let's see if I can find some of them. Where's OpenSea? I think it's on OpenSea. Ethereum name service. Okay, we're on it. So we can get a category now. So you see there's different categories. Obviously, the fewer amount of characters, the more rare it is because there's only a finite amount of 3 digits. There's only 999 of them. So you got, so this is like the really cool part, I think, about ENS is if you own 352.eth, hey, just send it to 352.eth. Hey, just send the Ethereum to 179.eth. Instead of, again, like, here's my public address. 0xab32f39 blah, 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 blah. So obviously copy and pasting works pretty well, but if you want to be like a baller on the Ethereum network, let's say you actually have like a project and you receive a lot of Ethereum or a lot of crypto, then yeah, be a baller, buy one of these like 3-digit numbers and yeah, just send it to 352.eth. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what else I got. I got like 2 minutes. Let me just float through some of these. Magic Eden, the ME token, is trading for 0.1999 on pre-market. Pretty cool. I was an NFT trader back in the day. Not so much now, but I think I've got like 3,200 of these tokens. If it stays at 19 cents. Pretty good airdrop, right? $640 just for interacting with Magic Eden in the past. So that's good. And NFTs aren't completely dead. Crypto punks have been flying off the shelf. This one sold for 1.3 million. Do I want to take the time to go through this? I mean, it's not that crazy. Here's the chart that this guy posted, Rect Capital. He is outlining the 2017 cycle, the 2020 cycle, and now the 2024 cycle. Hey, Shake and Bake stopped in to hit the like button and listen. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Shake and Bake. I appreciate you joining us. We're almost out of time, but we appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. All right. In 2015 and 2017, Bitcoin peaked 518 days after the halving. In 2019, 2021, Bitcoin peaked 546 days. If history repeats itself and the next bull market peaks occurs between 518 and 546 days after the halving, that would mean Bitcoin could peak in this cycle in mid-September or mid-October of next year. Currently, Bitcoin is accelerating in this cycle by approximately 84 days, significantly lower than the initial 260 days set in mid-March. So the longer Bitcoin consolidates after the halving, the better it will be for resynchronizing this current cycle with the traditional halving cycle. And on that note, I'm going to end the stream. Let's end on this bullish note. Hopefully, this follows true to previous cycles. A little bit of diminishing returns, but that's all right. That's expected. And we'll wait and see. We've got like a year to go. A year to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Degen Alpha. Again, I am Taco. We are live this week at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most likely next week starting at 1:30. Appreciate you watching. Smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channels, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.